Hello, I'm Steve. Thanks for visiting the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for ideal patio comfort. Check out our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful, as it helps others find our channel. Now let's get heating. Alright, so here we have this little gazebo here set up, and I have a couple different seating options here. This is just a casual seating area here. And then also we're going to try a dining space in the middle as well. So let's go ahead and get into this. So this gazebo here we have at basically a 12 by 12 footprint here. The outer edges of the post. And you can see I put an extra 6 inches on each side, so 13 by 13 on the rooftop here. We do have a slope ceiling, I believe, and the slope I have here is roughly 4 inch for every 12 inch, 11.5 inch, somewhere around there. Now, if this slope is less of a slope, then it becomes even easier to place the equipment in there. And let's see if there's anything else we should talk about. The height here is 6'6", and so it's obviously a lower application or a lower ceiling height or clearance height here. All right, so let's go ahead and just turn that off. Two different choices. They had talked about possibly using the CD6024. That's the 6,000 watt 240 volt dual element at 25 amps a piece. So what I've done here is I've centered the unit at this point right here, moved it over 30 inches, and the same over here, centered both units within this span here. I chose this location just because this appeared to be wider than this here, but I could be wrong. It could be exactly the same. I don't have it actually as a square. I have this opening here as a 6 by 4, I believe, and so hopefully that will be close to what they have. If not, it shouldn't be a big issue at all. So let's go ahead and look at the clearances to combustibles up here. So we have 6 inches all the way around, no issues, and I do have this bracket, the OEM bracket, mounted on the ceiling on the slope itself. I also have these heaters tilted at about 5 degrees inwards from the outer edge, so you can see there's a little bit of an angle here. The purpose behind that is because I want to get some more overlapping in the center. Now this is a 6,000 watt unit, approximately 20,500 BTUs each, and this would actually call for approximately about 2.3 heaters for this 12 by 12 area. Depending on where you're at, it might be even a little bit higher. However, at this mounting height, and I'm sorry, I should have showed you the clearances below the heater. So this clearance below is 18 inches out from the bottom edge of the heaters, and also 18 inches on the ends and 36 inches down below. So sorry about that. You can see that's kind of why I wanted to go with that 30 inches of movement from this outer edge here, so I'm not running into any type of combustible edge over here. All right, so let's go back to turning that off. And again, depending on what the actual seating arrangement is, I wanted to get some crossover rays in the center. Let's go ahead and look at that ray here. You can see here I'm really not hitting the outer chairs here. Oh, and I was mentioning that it was approximately about 2.3, I think 2.4 heaters, depending on where you're at. You might even be 2.5 units. But at the height that these heaters are at, and with regards to its footprint of heat, you're not going to be able to cover this outer edge because this ray is just too tight. And as you can see, if I go down here below, well, the ray does, fan out a little bit further because these heaters, the 6,000 watt unit, are made for a little bit higher of an application. So you are utilizing a lot more heat in this smaller space here, but it's just not fanning out enough for the whole area to be heated. So therefore, I may or may not recommend the 6,000 watt unit. If you do use a 6,000 watt unit, you probably want a control system on it, and if you didn't have a control system, you would definitely want a duplex switch to turn one bulb on, one bulb off. And that way the space that is being occupied wouldn't be so intensely hot, because that's probably what would happen in this application, especially if this is Southern California. I would say it's just kind of too hot, but some people like a lot more heat than others, and that might be great for somebody and not for others. So let's go ahead and look at the alternative seating. which would be more of like just a casual seating arrangement like that. And you can see here, I have some rather large chairs. This might not be something that they are actually using, but I'm heating up the spaces fairly well. You could move, these chairs inwards a little bit and get good coverage, and you'd be very comfortable in a situation like this with the 6,000 watt units. Again, it would be probably intense, but some people would like it more intense than others. So again, utilizing a control or at least a duplex switch would be great. All right, so let's go ahead and turn off the CD model, and we'll go straight into the SL model, which would be the SL4024. So given the calculations with the square feet, you'd probably need 3.5 of these units to heat up the whole space, but again, you're not going to be able to heat up the whole space with given the installation height. So let's go ahead and look at the we'll go ahead and look at the clearances. Again, clearances, no issue with regards to an angle here. And again, I have these at 5-degree angles tilted inwards. And the clearance below the heater, clearance below the heater. There you go, no issue there. And we'll go ahead and look at the ray or footprint of heat. And you can see with this system here, we got nice, coverage again. I think this would be adequate. We're not utilizing more excessive heat than we really should. And again, we're not able to heat up the whole entire space here. We're missing about 2 feet, 1 foot here, 1 foot over here. And I have them in the exact same spot. So from this edge right here to the center of the heater is 30 degrees. And then I tilted it from there 5 degrees in. And of course, they're centered within the space as well. So this would probably be the best application here, the 4,000 watt units. That would probably be my recommendation for an application like this. So I think that is about it. All right, if you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, please send your information to designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and please tap that like button. We don't advertise, we don't monetize, and therefore YouTube will not promote our channel unless we receive your appreciation, and we truly thank you for it. Have a great day.